Hello everyone and welcome to Factorio. I'm Par and today we'll be playing Seablock. So let's try to remember what exactly happened in the previous episode. I think in the previous episode we built... What is happening with my FPS? What is going on? Like with my updates per second. Wow. That is slow. It's significantly slower than it used to be before. So we built this farm, and now we have two power networks. They are split around here, I believe. Yep, they're split. And what I wanted to do, I wanted to build these parts of the, you know, I want basically to build these two city blocks today, or maybe just this one. I don't know, we'll see. We'll see what exactly I'll end up building. However, before I do that, I want to update a little bit. Wait, no path? How is that possible? What is going on? So it tries to go where? Here. And it says there is no path because this path is not fixed yet. That's okay. We just have it go to this station instead. It will load something and it will proceed further, but that's a good point that we need to finish construction of this block. We basically need to make sure that the things are fully built, as in like a full kind of square of rails, like rail square is built before we start doing anything. Oh, this is slow. I don't know whether you see, but I'm seeing lots of lags. I'm seeing lots of lags, and I can even understand why is that why that's happening. It's most likely because I'm rendering a video episode. What's the episode? Episode 44. So it's being rendered right now, and it looks like my CPU is a little bit busy with that. Who would have thought? But that means that I should probably try avoiding rendering videos when I'm playing. That is sad. It's really sad. Because in the past what I was doing, I was basically like preparing video to be rendered. I was starting up the process, and while it's doing it, I don't know, it takes like 1 hour or something, depending on the length of the episode. I was basically, you know, playing and recording the next one. Oh right, there is also the recording part. So it's rendering, playing, like running Factorio, and recording Factorio, 3 things happening at the same time. Okay, now I understand why it's a bit slow, but you know, if it's this slow, we can actually reduce it to 2 times the speed. And it will probably be good enough. It's not like we can play at like higher than 120 bits per second anyway. Right, so this part is done. The rails are built. What I want to do, I want to remove these things, because I don't feel like they're helping. They're not actually helping. Let's say we remove this one and we are stamping this one down. Nice. Okay, so I wanted to fix the blueprints. One thing that I don't like, I really don't like, I think I mentioned it already a couple of times. I might even have a blueprint somewhere for that, or maybe not. I don't know. Okay. I don't know. I don't like the fact that we can take the station, can take it, and we can just plop it down on the station, and everything matches. I really, really do not like that. And this one doesn't use any, like it doesn't use anything. It just, you know, just a station. I don't want to move the combinator. What I can do, I can add a lamp here. Would it be too bad if I had a lamp? Or is it okay? Because I could have a lamp in this design here. And in another design, let's say here. So we kind of still have a regular lamp. I'm not sure why we would want to have a lamp. But if we have it in one design, we probably could have it in this one as well, right? And this way, we will not be able to like stamp wrong station on top of, you know, we will not be able to override one station with another. I like this idea. I like this idea. So let's see what we actually need. We need to have. I'd like to disable the combinator for a moment. I'd like to copy the spot. Say this will be our station, our like rail setup. Okay, I'll keep this one. I will wait for all of this, like for these things to be built. And then we'll figure out what exactly to do here. And another station that we'll be making is this one. I will disable this and I will copy spot, I think, and we'll stamp it right here. This, maybe, you see? And I need to remember to enable spot. Nice. Okay, that is done, and that's pretty good. What I want to do, I want to stop landfilling this spot. And instead I want the robots to landfill everything around. I feel it's more useful at this point, at this stage of the game. One other thing that we're actually missing are this, how to put it, these tiles. How do I measure it? Okay, it's one further down, one tile further down, and how is it? One tile below that. So let's see. Like this, right? Like this. Yep. I think this is the way. Okay, this part is done. We do not need this two. We we're gonna do here? I guess that's it, right? These are our two stations. An LTN combinator will hopefully be disabled here, since that's how we were copying it in the first place. Okay, now I want this part to be like this, I think. So this is a provider, and this is the requester, and we're able to see that. Right? Even from minimap, we can see that requests are coming from here, and the thing is provided here. It's other way, requests are coming from this side, and I can create it's provided from this side, and that they will be delivered, like provided here. Right, so this part is still being built, and let's take a look at our trains. Yeah, everything seems to be fine. We didn't have any alerts yet, and there were some deliveries. They look pretty reasonable, especially the latest ones. 10,000 of stuff. It's good. Let's actually clear this. Yeah, I'm not sure whether I'll even be using this. Like this, I think is pretty useful tab. This is super useful. So we didn't have any alert. We could... I don't know, should we try to get some alert at some point? Or we'll get one like, organically? Let's see. Yeah, this part is disabled. I will remove everything from this one, and we don't have anything here. So the thing here is that whenever you specify provide stack threshold, it has priority over regular provider threshold. So, I mean, yeah, I like this as a default. 50 stacks if you get more than... I mean, okay, let's do it slightly differently. Let's do it even better. Let's say that we are planning on having really good trains, right? This will be the trains that we'll be using. And a train, this train will be bringing... It will have 80, like storage size of 80. That means that one train can handle 160 of things, of stacks, but not quite. I mean, yes, that's kinda correct. Should we request 160? Should we really do it like this? I mean, this is a lot. This is like 32,000. We might not even have 32,000 of stuff, but in some of the stations. But that's fine. Let's use this limit and provider threshold. I mean, I'm not even sure what to do here. I mean, let's keep it at default or something. It's okay. When this one is specified, LTN is using stack threshold instead of a regular one. Okay, so let's say this is our provider station, and the thing is, we can even call it something like 2v2, and this is, I mean, same of v2. We'll just call it out. Because this part is just for upgrading like our initial thing, but this is the real station that we'll use for, you know, delivering things. I mean, I could say it's second version. Nah, I'm not going to. Okay, here we actually want to have a requester station, so we will call it like this. It will be reading stuff from stop train, and it will actually, I was just thinking maybe I could have like lights kinda here, like this. Maybe this would have been better. What is the look? No, but that's the problem, right? Because if we have it here, we are able to stamp it kind of the other way around. Okay, never mind. I don't know what I was thinking about. Right, here we have the limits, reasonable limits. We have the balancer. We have both balancer. We will need to upgrade, by the way, this design at some point, but we will be able to upgrade it in place by just, you know, changing a little bit the configuration here and here of the inserter. Once we have a better research, because what we actually want, we want to take stuff from here and drop it here. But for that we need, I think, purple signs or something. It might take us a while. Alright. On the requester, we want to request, I don't know, maybe we also want to request full trains, like 160. Will we be able to do that? Okay, let's say we'll be requesting a train. Actually, let's do it 150. Because the thing is, we'll be reserving 6 slots on each of the wagon. And here we'll also make 150. So it's like 6 plus 6 slots. We actually have only 148 slots. But let's keep this number a little bit rounded. So 150 should be nice. And here, 150. For these kinds of stations, when you have a lot of materials, you cannot really customize. Okay, let's see how much do we actually have. We have 1500 slots here. So we can actually ask for larger trains if we wanted. It could be 100 here. And we could ask for, let's say, 200 items, right? Could be 200 here. I shouldn't have done that. Oh no. Why am I doing this? I shouldn't have done that because I didn't finish construction of this city block, and some of the trains might actually try to go to the other. Okay, let's try and do something here. So hopefully we'll be able to build this thing pretty quickly. But the problem now is that some trains cannot actually reach the station. As we see, yeah, we say there's no path. It's okay, I'll fix that one. And here, we could also do something like provide a stack threshold is like 150. That's what we want, right? The question is, 150 is actually 30,000. Okay, let's think about it the other way. Here we have 6 plus 3, 9 types of materials. So 9 times 150, it's actually barely enough. I don't want to do that. Let's say we're providing only 100. Nice, so we're providing 100 here. And 100 stacks, it's 20,000. So let's say we want to keep... If we want to keep 30,000, will this be bad or not? Let's think. 30,000. That's 150 stacks. We have 9. Let me think. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I mean, there should be enough space, right? Let's do this. Let's say we are storing like 30,000 of each, thing here. That's a lot. But there should be enough space for this, so it's not like... It's not like it's like creating some problems for us or anything. Right? Okay, 30,000. This one will be providing them if they have... if it has at least like 100. Okay, that's fine. Now I want to copy this part. I just want to copy it, and I want to place it right here. Because it's supposed to be the same, except I actually forgot to copy the important part. This one. It was all about the input. It's numbers. Yep, 30. Nice. So we have a proper configuration for the only provider stations that we have. Right? 100, yeah, they will be using 100 because we are lowering that a little bit. And here we want to build this part. And it will almost work, almost because of this missing landfill. A little piece of landfill is missing. Right, let's observe. Here, we didn't actually add a provider station, but we kinda can take this preprints. I mean, this is looking pretty good. It's by default disabled, so it will not accidentally do anything. I like this, like the fact that this UI also shows this like switch on off. That's nice. This one, it's requesting 100. Well, can it actually fit all of this? This is like 200 stacks. Yeah, easily. That's just 800 stacks. So we could actually ask, for something like this. Like full trains. Let's actually ask for full trains all the time. Yeah. And it says that some stuff is in transit, though it's actually not. It's not actually in transit. Okay, nice. Now construction robots are doing something. We still have lots of kind of chilling construction robots. So this spot should work. Nice. Now, what I kinda want to do, I want to make sure that this train station and this train station are set up properly. So let's let's create blueprints for these two things. Right, blueprint, no, this blueprint of this thing. I'm interested in tiles, train stop names for sure. I do not want it to snap it to grid, by the way, because I just don't care about this enough, I guess. We'll remove all landfill from here, and we'll keep only this part. And this will be our LTN train station. We will have a chest. I mean, we could maybe even color code it. We could say this is a requester, right? We could say that it's a blue one, and we could spell it. Yeah, okay, I can spell in, but I cannot spell out. We could say this is a requester one. This could be this one, the blue one, requester. And this one could be, like, we could start with rails, saying that it's a rail station. Yeah, something like this. This is good, great. This is a requester, and you can say LTN requester. Right. That's basically it, I think. I like it. Let's place it somewhere here. This is requester. And we also need to create a similar provider one, right? Because makes sense. It's a rail thingy with train stop. It's a provider, so we will be using this one, passive provider warehouse. And it is a provider, so we'll be using letter P. We'll get all of these things, same ones. And I feel, also give a name, LTN provider. Oh. Provider. Create blueprint. So we have a requester and we have a provider. Nice. Now we can take this requester and say that this thing needs to request something. We don't yet know what. No, never mind. I want to first like fully stamp kind of the site, and after that I will be doing those kind of things. But this one is definitely a provider, right? So we can, and it's like fully built. So we can say that it's a provider one, and it should just work, I think. I hope so. This not really requesting providing anything. This is looking fine. Do we have any example of like a real request or provider? Station. I don't think we do. Nice. This is looking pretty good. I like it. I like what I see here. I don't like the fact that we don't have a provider here or whatever. Right. Now, we know that the stuff in the middle is the requester, and the stuff at the corner is the provider. So we can actually do something like this here. We could say that this is the requester right here. And we could say that this is the provider. Right? And the reason I'm actually doing that, I want to build a slightly better blueprint that will be, you know, a little useful for us. At least I hope it will be useful. I want to create a huge blueprint of the spot, of like the corner, and then I should be able to, or maybe I should make it a little bit smaller. Maybe instead of capturing whole corner, I could just make it a corner and intersection. Because this way it will definitely be a bit smaller, and I'll just have to be, I'll just have to stamp it a little bit more carefully. But it should still work pretty well, right? Should I do that? I think I want to, yes. Let's say this is requester. Because this side should also be a requester. Yeah, we'll wait a bit. We'll wait a tiny bit. Because I want this part to, you know, to be like done properly in a way. And this thing essentially will replace more or less this part. Well, I'm not going to replace it, like replace, but I will essentially have like a third step of stamping down these two things. Right, because we reduce the speed to 2 times the regular one, we actually were pretty slow with doing whatever we wanted to do. And I don't believe that in this episode, I don't believe anymore that in this episode we'll be building these blocks. Because we spent time on, I'm not even sure what exactly we were doing all this time. On like fixing blueprints, I guess? Oh right, we were looking into the size of the requests here. And this disables things. This is nice. Yeah, it's taken some time to landfill these pieces, but once they're landfilled, we should be able to just drop this one here. Yeah, let's wait a little. We'll wait a bit. I'm not really in a hurry. So what I'll do, I'm gonna finish building the blueprint here, and once that is done, like the blueprint part is done, these are not connected, by the way, right? I do not want them to be connected. And this actually raises a question. In this blueprint, are the power poles connected? Oh, it's like half connected, half not. It's basically the worst case. This is like the worst thing. Okay, and if you look at this blueprint, we actually don't have power pole here. Nice. So I can, in theory, replace the second step with like upgraded second step that doesn't have this connection. Yeah, that's probably what I should be doing. Kind of makes sense to me, to be honest, but we'll see. So how do I want? Can I tell the robots to pick this up? How could we grab the spot? I guess we'll have to go from like train station till maybe another train station there. Honestly, I'm not quite sure. And here we also have kind of train station here, right? Let's try to do it like this. Let's try to capture it from train station. So, if we are making a blueprint, okay, let's say we'll be measuring stuff in chests. So we have like this, but like this. This is pretty good. This one's. Yes. Now I am gonna remove this part because I'm not actually interested in this train station, and this one will be temporarily removed as well. Okay, now I kind of want have this spot a little bit length filled. It's not really required. I just think it will be a bit easier for me to measure the spot. Okay, nice. Now we can build the blueprint and say we are taking it from here to here, and we want to grab until here, right? That's the idea. We want train stop names, we want tiles, we want basically everything. We do not want the tiles. We do not want water tiles. How do we remove water tiles? Okay, I removed this one based on charges. I want to remove this thing. This one. I am probably keeping like the middle one, but not the other one. Okay, this thing, it's not looking great. I mean, I don't want to... I want this blueprint to look really nice because I'll be using it the whole game. So I want it to be like, you know, okay. And by okay, I mean perfect. That's what I actually mean when I say okay. I want this blueprint to be perfect. Alright. This part is done. I mean, maybe it would have been easier to just landfill this part. Like fully landfill it and take it like, you know, landfilled version of it. Okay, let's hope that this is enough. Wait, but does this mean that I have to clear this spot as well? I think it does. I think this means that I have to get rid of this landfill. And of that one. Okay, I'm no longer feeling that great about, like, I'm no longer sure about this. We don't want to have rudder here because this thing will be turned, like, in various ways. Right, let's clear this part. Nice, and this one as well. I think all the water was already gone. And here, let's say we don't care about this. We care about this one. Nice. Is this looking good? I think looks awesome. I could also... Okay, you know what? I'm gonna remove this part because it's absent above, and I want the landfill to be like nice and symmetrical and everything. Let's create a blueprint for that. Place it somewhere. What is it? This one. So how does it look? It looks a bit bad. No. No way. I cleared this too. It's broken. It is broken. Let's try again. We are blueprinting this stuff. We're going to turn it to this thing and probably stopping somewhere here. We want to stop some tiles. We don't want these two things. We don't want those things. Let's say we don't care about landfill. Easy. We don't care about water. Easy. What we do care about is... we also don't care about this lines. But we care about everything else. Right, let's see. We don't have connection here. That's nice. We don't have radar. Is this it? Let's say create blueprint. We'll place it somewhere. So this is our second version, and you know what? It's looking much better in my opinion than the first one. I think this one is looking really good so far. I don't see any like obvious issues with it. So what we need to do now? We need to take a look at our blueprint book and say how we are calling them. Okay, we are calling them like one. Nice, just with a bunch of landfill. This part doesn't get landfill. Okay, so that's a bit unfortunate. It's fine. It's fine. We will fix it. we basically want to call it like city block side and corner, right? That will be the name. This one, we'll call it city block side and corner. That's the name. And we will give it some rails. And we will say this is step 3. Snap to grid. Sure. I mean, that sounds like a good idea. Have it snap to grid, like, say, like 64, no. 72. What? 80? 80, wow. 80, 16, right? So I still want to kind of center them around this part. Maybe I should actually do it around this one. It might be easier to turn it like this. I'm not actually sure how exactly it works. Let's say if I specify 16 here and center it around this area, is it gonna work correctly? And stop. I think that's it. We have the blueprint, this one, and if we place it here and then rotate, oh nice, it's rotating like this. Yeah, that was a good choice to center it around this part. So now, the part that I do not like, the one that I really do not like, is this one. This city block is basically broken because we have this power pole, and I want to get rid of this power pole and then basically recapture it, like grab it again. It's taking forever. Can you maybe make it a little bit faster? I could remove this one and place it. Oh no, it has this connection. I want to remove this connection, that's the idea. I don't want to have it. I don't even care about everything else being kind of built or not built. Doesn't matter. Okay, we still have this connection. I guess I need to wait for this power pole to be placed, and then the connection will disappear, because it disappears when power poles are placed. The issue, like why I want to have it gone, because I want to be able to take this blueprint, you know, place it somewhere, and I don't want this thing to be there. Right, nice. This is already enough for me. So we can proceed with making a copy. And actually, while we are at it, let's do it a bit more interesting. Let's say that we actually... Yeah, let's do it more interesting. Let's capture some area around so that we are able to landfill the part that is needed for the intersection. I just want to remove one line and just be careful. Just one line gone. Nice. And this one, I also remove this one. Again, to be careful. Awesome. So, now, I want to save it as city block side I mean, I'm gonna save it as V2. It is V2 according to station names, which we want to memorize. And this one I still want to center it around here. So let's say 32, 32. X will be like 80 or something. Okay, not 80, 60. 68. No, 66. Y will be 2. Right, and we needed to give it a number. This one, right? Create blueprint. How does it look? City block site, V2. Nice. This is kinda a bad one with that cable. I'm not sure about deleting those things just yet. Wait. With that cable. Save. Save blueprint. Nice. So now we have this block, and this block that we can just plop down one after another, and everything should be working fine if you do that. So here, actually want to remove this connection. Nice. I want to remove these parts because they are not really needed. Here, no alerts appear because nice. So let's try it out. Let's say we're taking this blueprint, we're placing it here. Also, we're placing it here because we can. We will not touch that part, and we want to delete this area. We also want to clear this part. Nice. So let's get back to our third step. Nice. This is working pretty well so far, in my opinion. Yeah, we'll just look at this. It's working great. So here, I need to fix this part a little bit to make it slightly better. So I can actually place it here, I think. And we don't have a station here, but we do have a station there. And this one is supposed to be... So this is a consumer, and this one is also supposed to be like a consumer. Well, I guess requester, this is how we're calling it. Requester. Here we need to have a proper city block. And this part is also missing. This is another requester that we want. And this one actually, like, we wanted to request like solid fuel or something. Actually, now if I take provider, can I plop it? No, first I can see what? Really? The problem is the inserter? Very strange. Okay, that's fine, that's fine. Alright, we have some lights, we have first lights. It's not actually supposed to be connected here. No, it is supposed to be connected because that's the way we are kind of powering this block. But in the future we can actually place a transformer here, and this will allow us to transfer much more energy on the grid. I'll be doing the transformer changes later. So here, how much wood do we actually want? I feel like we want all the wood we can get. Like, we don't actually want to have limits on the wood, do we? What's the point of having limits on the wood? I don't see any point. We want full warehouses of that. This, and we can actually call this one. So first of all, we are calling the thing. We are saying this is wood. And in case we don't know what wood is, we indicate it with an icon. So we have wood output. Nice. And we are enabling it. So from this moment on, we should have a lot of wood in here. And this number should even grow. I think it grows if we reopen. Yeah, it's fine. Here, on the other hand, do we actually have... What do we have here? For distance station. We have wood, but it's input. We actually want input here. And it's not really configured, but we can configure it in theory. We don't need a lot, we just need a little bit of iron. Let's say we want a small, like really tiny amount of iron plates. How many stacks? Let's say we want like 100 stacks, and we will be sending a train if we have less than 50 stacks. So that the train will come like with 50 stacks. That's fine, that's actually way more than needed. We could even say like, we could do something like this. We want 20 stacks of iron, and if there is, like, if there are 10 stacks short, we'll request a train. So this thing will be complaining now. It's supposed to be complaining. Orange plate. Why it's not complaining? You should be saying something about doesn't work. Alright. We need to say minus 20. I forgot that we actually are supposed to use like minuses or whatnot. Yeah, we do not have iron plates. That's unfortunate, but that's the way things are. Here, what's happening here? We'll figure these things out later. They're complaining about electricity. That is the way I want this part to be. I actually want them to complain about electricity. And I kinda want this one to complain about it as well. We'll see. Okay, first of all, we could have a... Like, this is would be the ideal place for... But... Okay. We'll place the pole here. And this will connect it. That would mean that we want to disconnect. This one, it will be powering from here. That's okay. This one is not needed at all. At least I don't think so. I don't see a point in this anymore. We can remove this ones. Yeah. Oh. Oh. Okay. What about this? This should fix the issue. It gotta fix it. So we have good wood. Like the wood is properly fixed. We have this square kind of done. We don't have geodes fully fixed. Like this is not properly done yet, and this thing is also not quite correct. So this is supposed to be a provider. Let's just plop it down, and it's gonna work just like this. This is okay, not actually just like this, because we have very aggressive limits, just 10,000. Let's say we allow it to be 30,000. Because 30,000 is 150 stacks, right? That's correct. $30,000 is 100 stacks, so maybe we should actually allow this to go up to 40. Okay, that's fine. Output off. We should actually enable it. But we want this thing to be available in the network, but I'm not sure it is. Like, what's the issue? Alright, provider stack threshold 150. We are asking for 400, so we can actually keep it as 150. It's gonna be fine. Or we could lower it. We'll see. We'll figure these things out later. Like in the beginning, I actually usually prefer to have provider and requester thresholds to be significantly lower, But I don't know. I guess now just the way it is. We want a couple of requesters here. We want a requester here, and we want a requester here. We'll fix them later. These requesters. I just want them to be placed. So I could actually do this part and this one. I think. I mean, the problem is that we are not actually planning on providing anything here. So, kind of, why bother? Why would we have these pieces when we just don't care about them? You know what, we should probably delete them. Yeah. Or the alternative is to actually load them with solid fuel. Actually, that's not such a bad idea. We could make this provider of solid fuel. Yep, that's what I'm gonna do. That's what we'll do. However, before going there, this is another provider. We'll place it here. This, on the other hand, I'm not gonna do anything at all. So, yeah. It's kind of a bit sad, I guess. What? Oh no. Stuff is breaking. Why is it breaking? Because it wasn't supposed to be connected or something? Alright. Okay. Good to know. Good to know. I just lost a lot of purples. Like Like, I lost a ton of power poles. Let's just quickly take a look what we can do. We can upgrade this side, right? Easily. We can upgrade this one, because it's not actually doing anything. We can say that this is provider. No, wait. This is requester. Requester. Nice. And this part is kinda done properly. Oh, this one will be called differently. I'll be calling it as this is a depot A, and this is fuel. This is the name of the station, because that's how I want to think about it. It's actually fuel for depot A. Yeah, whatever. This fuel will start coming from the stations in a moment when we'll actually fix them. Here we could pop this one down, this one up. And I don't see any stations here, so I guess it is safe to do something like this. But the problem is that we don't quite have enough space for all of that. So I'm a bit hesitant about this part. We can't quite make it work the way we want to. So let's just say we'll upgrade it like this, like this. What happened? Oh, really? That is the problem? Cannot build on water. Oh, come on. I mean, this is a small problem of this build, of the blueprints that I have. The small problem is that this blueprint doesn't go beyond that line, and this one does. What? Right. I know what happened. I'm supposed to cut this in the middle. Okay, the base is experiencing some issues. Let's put it like this. The base is in the not in its best state. Okay, that's fine. Doesn't really matter. I place this pot, this one as well. Stamping this one. Let's say we want this one stamped down. Okay, and in the north direction should work fine. Right, that's about it, I think. No, not quite. Upgrade this part. Upgrade this part, and we can upgrade this one. Okay, need to cut the power. Now I know what's actually the issue. I'm supposed to have this power cut. It's okay. It's fine. There are some extra connections here and there, but that is okay. This one. I guess I have to have it connected, right? Because this is basically where the electricity is coming from. Nice. Nice. So I was hoping, like planning on building city blocks below. Like, I was hoping on, like, planning to build these city blocks today, but instead what I did, all the time was spent on fixing train stations and fixing the rails. However, now that we went through that process, it's, I would say it's in a pretty good state, right? Because at least I think so. I think now just need to be a bit careful about the worm, but we'll like, it shouldn't be a huge problem. So this actually block doesn't matter much. This is the one that matters, and we have it prepared. We can start building stuff there. And I want this chest to be moved maybe here. And we have another chest here. Right, so I actually want this one gone. Nice. Let's see. Here we have proper names. Everywhere we have proper names so far. Here. We also have proper name, and it's blinking, that's good. Here they're blinking, here they are not blinking, let's fix that. Blinking. Now, this part is missing, right? We are supposed to have LTN requester, I guess. Right. This part. Do we care about it? We probably do, but I'm not fully sure. Okay, let's do it. Let's just say that this is provider, right? It's supposed to be, you know, working like this. This part is supposed to request things if needed, and this one is supposed to provide them. And actually, strictly speaking, here we also want it to be slightly different, right? We want this part to request and this one to provide, but it might be a bit tricky to actually like rotate the thing correctly. So let's just assume that it's working like this. Like, the problem is that, not exactly the problem, but I want to have some bypass belts at some point that can directly move crushed ore. So we'll have this whole block dedicated to Javelite. It's not even, we don't have even markers for that. I mean, we kind of have them here, right? So I want this one to be, what's the name? Oh, sorry, Sapphirite, right? So this will be Sapphirite, this will be Javelite, Stereotite, etc., etc. And I think in order to save train traffic, I just want to have like a way to directly get some of the material right here. And here we want it to come in this corner. And here we want it to appear in this corner. So maybe the way to go is to actually expect things to be present in this corner. Kind of where we are outputting things. And this way, here we can just belt it here, right there. Here it will be belted across. We'll figure that out. I'll think about it later. Okay, here's our base. It has lots of stuff, lots of things are blinking. We are missing a lot of things, and I suspect that the mall is not actually working properly, which is okay. That is okay. What is not okay is the fact that I found another station that didn't have blinking, that wasn't blinking at all. This one. I wanted to blink. This one. Same thing here. This one. Okay, nice. I like the progress that we made today. This was very, very useful, in my opinion, to actually, build the spot and like fix the templates, the blueprints that is gonna help us a lot in the future. It might not look like much what we did, but it's actually huge because now we standardized kind of all the stations, all the inputs, outputs, right? We know exactly from which side the block is supposed to take the inputs, where it's supposed to be providing them in the network. So all of this is figured out now. So it should work beautifully. Let's save the game. This was episode 64. Thanks everyone for watching, and I hope to see you in the next episode. Cheers!